Right then, Gab, bit of transfers talk. Let's start off, shall we, with Eduardo Camavinga, the possibility of him going to Manchester United?
Yeah, well, he's been linked with Manchester United. He's been linked with Chelsea. Camavinga, for those who don't know, is the new teenage starlet from France. There was even an outside suggestion that he might even be in this Euro squad. But of course, they're so loaded, he's not there. He signed on with Shaka Hislop's former agent, Jonathan Barnett, who, of course, looks after Gareth Bale and other people. And he specifically said, of course, well, he took such good care of Shaka, I got to sign on with him too. Obviously, Jonathan Barnett, very well connected to, he is one of the top 2-3 agents in the world. And I think what we're seeing is kind of the natural progression of getting his name out there. It's very, very big fees being talked about. I don't know if this is something that United would necessarily do right away, maybe in some Pogba-less future, but the indication is that I think Pogba might stay another year. You've got Bruno Fernandes there as well. So I think this is maybe one for down the road, and I think certainly from the club's perspective, if he sticks around another year as a good season, I think his value is only going to increase further.
Yeah, Gab, you talked about there the possibility of who he could come in and replace at United. Where would he fit in that team under Solskjaer?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, how attacking does Solskjaer want to make it? Already, if you're talking on paper, you know, you've got Cavani, Rashford and Sancho out wide and Bruno. And then, you know, can you carry a defensive midfielder plus Pogba? And then you have to stick Camavinga in there too. It's not really going to work, right? Or not going to work under Solskjaer anyway. So that's why I think this is maybe either an insurance thing or start talking. You know, he's been linked with Chelsea as well. Chelsea in that position. I'm not so sure this is something that you would necessarily look at this summer for that very reason. I think United would probably have other priorities, unless of course they decide we love this guy.
Right.
Let's go for him and see, take him whatever it takes. But then, you know, they didn't do that with Sancho last year. It took them a while with Bruno Fernandes. So I don't really see that happening here.
Gab, you mentioned Paul Pogba and the possibility of him staying for another year. Is that where you would edge your bets at the moment?
I think at this moment in time, I think Pogba's going to sign a new contract and stay, or he's going to see out his contract and then leave or sign a new deal at the end of the season. I don't think somebody's going to come in and offer you money for Paul Pogba with the year left. I think Pogba knows that. I think Mino Raiola, his agent, knows that as well. So I think it's in their interest to stick around. Now, remember, for all the negativity around Mino Raiola, blah, 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 and all the people who hammer Pogba, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has always defended Pogba. The two have a good relationship. And I think they know that this summer, post-COVID, people just don't have a lot of money to play with. So I could see a scenario where I think he's going to extend his deal at United. It may take a while to do that, but I think he will extend his deal.
What if Juventus come with some money for United that might persuade them to let him go?
Where are Juventus going to find his money, Dan?
I know, they're on the couch.
We had just last week, we had Andrea Agnelli, their president, talking about losses of something like 300 million over 3 years. They need to sort out the Dybala situation. I'm sure they'd love to have Paul Pogba back, but also look at it this way. If Juventus were willing to make a big offer to Mino Raiola and to Paul Pogba, all they do is say, hey, don't sign the new contract with United and come to us for free next June in less than 12 months' time, right? I think that would be their approach, and maybe that is what they're thinking. But right now, I can't see Juventus putting a lot of money, a lot of cash on the table for Pogba.
What do the aforementioned financial problems for Juventus mean for Cristiano Ronaldo and his future, Gab?
So they knew it was coming. And Agnelli came out in his press conference. He said that, you know, the net player value, COVID-free, of Cristiano Ronaldo is positive, which I think means that, you know, he's been worth the money spent on him. But the reality is he has a year left on his contract. He makes a ton of money, around about $65 million a year. And I think it's in everybody's interest not to extend his contract right now. It's in Cristiano's interest because, you know, he's still performing. He will likely still perform next season. So he knows that if he's happy at the end of the year, he gives Juventus another year. If he wants to go somewhere else, then he can do so on a free transfer. I don't think anybody's going to come in right now and pay Juventus a fee, because Juventus expect to get a fee for Cristiano, and then also go on top of that and pay Cristiano's wages. I think he got along okay with Allegri in the year that he was there, and certainly for the time being, if you're Cristiano, the best thing you do is wait and see how things shake out. And a year from now, I think things can be a lot clearer. And in Cristiano's head, you know, he doesn't see himself declining, and his numbers last season which I thought was arguably his best season since he joined Juventus, don't suggest he's declining either.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.